A spittoon! Well, I'm glad you guys approve. This is a spittoon, which is sort of... Ooh, I say this despite knowing that you're pretty intimately familiar with spittoons already, sicko. Inspect it! Look, the Jewel Saloon is pretty nice as saloons go. Actual glass in the windows, more than 2 kinds of drinks, a poker room instead of a cockfighting pit. But this spittoon is still a spittoon. The rancid tobacco spit inside isn't fancy rancid tobacco spit. Inspect it. Sigh, here we go again. Alright, fine. You are now hunkered down next to a brass filth bucket, which has probably never been cleaned or emptied because you're near the desert and the ambient humidity around here is pretty low. Low enough that the spit evaporates nearly as quickly as it accumulates. So that's good, right? No, that's bad because it's only the water part of spit that evaporates. This brass bucket is half full of the rest of the spit, the toxins and the filth that don't evaporate. Several years worth, distilled and concentrated until it's the consistency of molasses. Ugh. People aren't allowed to flick cigarette butts into the spittoon anymore because they bounce out. Search it. You're about to put your hands in a bucket of something the color and viscosity of maple syrup, except instead of maple, it's flavored with the inside of mouths of people who chew cigars instead of smoking them and have never brushed their teeth. Yeah. Glorp. It feels like putting your hand into a bucket of lukewarm tapioca pudding, except instead of tapioca, it's basically poison. It smells like someone ran over a skunk, waited a week, and then set it on fire. It feels like your hand is dissolving. Keep searching. You found something. You found a tacky, filth-covered porcelain cow figurine. A useless, disgusting thing that will make a great heirloom for your children, assuming you're still able to have any, and you hate them. Hooray! Hey, what are you doing in here? Employees only, bud. Oh, sorry. I was just, looking around. So you're the nosy type, eh? Well, I prefer adventuresome. As it happens, there's something you can do for me. I'm out of saltpeter. Need someone to go pick me up some more. Saltpeter? Isn't that used to make gunpowder? And other things. Look, who's the chef here? Me or you? Okay. Where can I find it? Your best bet's the military camp, because it's used to make gunpowder. Shut up. Nearest one is Fort Cowardice. They keep it in little green jars. Okay, be right back. Advanced cow punching. There's a chapter about adapting the stampeding behaviors of demonic cattle for human use. Gives Bull Stomp a combat skill that does a small amount of damage to all of your enemies. There's a chapter about rubbing your skin with sandpaper to thicken it. It gives Thick Skin a skill that increases your armor, protecting you against melee attacks. There's an essay about how to do a particular kind of sit-ups that make your abs really thick. Gives Brawny a perch which increases your maximum HP. Ooh! Okay, Bull Stomp, Thick Skin, or Brawny? What should we get? Brawny? Brawny it shall be. We're gonna be swole. You got perks, Brawny. After you're done, you tear the book in half as a testament to your newfound strength. Damn right I do. Ah, thanks. I'm Katarina. Glad to know you, Katarina. Folks around here just call me Lloyd. What can I do for you? Nice to meet you, Lloyd. Who's the old man by the piano? Oh, that's old Aylesbury. Tragic fella he is. He was a writer and a poet. Come out west to sell his stories, but nobody were buying. Too weird, his stories. Fantastical life. Too bad. I love that stuff. Well, it don't matter much now anyhow. He had to get normal work to make ends meet. Did passing well as a prospector until one day lost his mind. He lost his mind in a mind. He what now? You know what I mean. He saw something. Something that made him stop telling his weird tales. Made him stop talking near completely. Come to that, he just stands there by the piano nowadays. Seems to calm him down, and as long as he doesn't make any trouble, I don't mind him too much. Feel a little sorry for him, to be honest. Poor fella. Need help with anything? Well, if you're handy with mechanical type stuff, something's gone wrong with our piano player. I thought our piano player. Huh? He does have a big mustache. I thought the music sounded a little off. Yeah, it's not supposed to sound like that. I'll see what I can do. Thanks, I'd have poked around in him myself, but I lost the key. This has taken a sudden strange sound. Needles! Oh, scary. Thought that was a new one. Oh, I don't have safe cracking. Grab some food. We got soda crackers, Vienna blood sausages, and sugar guns. There's a weird cow-shaped stain on the wall. That's creepy. Beans! Pick the lock. Stock certificate. Alright. Oh, I don't have Moxie. Alright, let's see. Honorable Goblin Tongue and Brawny. I guess I'll have to come back to this. It's great! Open it up. You got a lock, a handful of nails, and a length of rope. Alright. I don't have foraging. Open the door. It's a cow! Alright, we're gonna start punching. Attack. Hiya! Aww. Attack! There we go. A toilet pistol! The outhouse is now safe as by the soft light fitting the embers. You see a glimpse of... Ugh. Mary Stearns died February 18th, 1894. Gwendolyn Stearns, devoted mother, died 1895. Jethro Stearns, devoted father. Looks like Jethro's bones were dug up by a varmint. Search him. A charred locker. Pick it. Smoking chrysanthemum. What's that do? Kind of goes on your repel spell damage. Examine it. Pick the lock. Picture of Mary Stearns. Okay. There's a plaque bolted to the cave wall here. Read it. A record of events of the expedition to and into Shaggy Dog Cave, November 1887, as recorded by Jim Plackwright. Having acquired through various and sundry means a story which is interesting in its own right, but better saved for another time. A map purporting to lead to a large cache of jewels and ingots of precious metals hidden by the infamous highwayman and train robber Black Cole Jr. In the years before the cows came home, I, Jim Plackwright, along with 3 compatriots, these being Nathaniel Wyman, Cyrus Howard, and Douglas Watts, set out to find Shaggy Dog Cave and the aforementioned treasure. the largest settlement in the vicinity of Shaggy Dog Cave. Leaving the dog to watch the horses, the four of us entered the local saloon and each ordered a beer except Sai, who was satisfied with water. The barman provided our drinks as requested and then withdrew a small wooden box from beneath the bar, asking if we'd care to witness something real interesting. Considering that we still had quite a few hours left to travel, we politely declined and asked him if he knew the way to Shaggy Dog Cave. He replied that he had never been there personally, but gave us rough directions, which correlated nicely with the notes on our map. Upon leaving the saloon, we discovered to our dismay that some unknown villain had tampered with our wagon. Fortunately, the only supplies missing were the buck fur and the entire basket of eggs, apart from the one that Doug had concealed within a pocket for safekeeping. We also discovered that the dog had absconded with one of the horses, forcing Nate and Sai, after drawing lots, to share. Sometime later, we encountered a large adobe hut occupied by two identical seeming old men with wild hair and long white beards. They invited us to take shelter from the heat, which we gratefully accepted, and introduced themselves as hermits. This struck me as peculiar, given that there were two of them, but I felt it would be rude to question them. And a shaggy dog riding a horse in that direction. We all agree this is unusual sight indeed. The hermits refreshed our water supply in exchange for our butler, and we continued on our way, excited to finally be nearing our goal. This guy is so long-winded. How many freaking plaques are there? Oh, looks like the last two plaques. As we headed into the cave, we were further encouraged by the fact that the floor was quite even and easy to traverse, and that there were no side passages which might cause us to become lost. Despite this, I resolved to hang a number of plaques to mark our progress through the cave and engrave them with the tale of our journey, such that others who discovered the cave after us might be entertained and edified by our story. I'm not. This is not an entertaining story at all. Soon we came to the end of the tunnel. While Nate, Sai, and Doug took turns with the excavation, I completed the last of the aforementioned plaques. It was a matter of perhaps an hour before Satchel struck a wooden surface with a hollow noise, and we hauled a traditionally styled treasure chest out of the hole with great excitement. The chest was locked with an ancient and rusting iron padlock, which broke easily from a single swing of our pickaxe. We opened the lid slowly, and the flickering light of the antique oil shone brilliantly upon jewels of every color and shining ingots of precious metals, just as promised by the legend of Black Coal Jr. Joyous at our triumph. We loaded the chest into our wagon and begun the journey home. Thank you for reading, and may your own endeavors be equally successful. Signed, Jim Plackright. Alright. Are you kidding me? I read all those goddamn plaques for nothing? Are you kidding me? Oh, this is BS. This is such BS.